Do you love being a mom but feel like you just can't keep up? Do you feel like no matter how much you do, it's not enough? Join us as we talk about ways to keep our tanks full while loving on ourselves and our kids. Good morning. I'm Christy.
And I'm Michelle.
We're so excited to be here to talk with you guys today.
Yes, on another rainy Wednesday. Christy, why is it every single Wednesday it's raining?
Because I love to be outside, and so it gives us a reason to be inside.
Because otherwise you wouldn't show up then?
No, I would always show up. I might feel like, Michelle, can we meet outside?
And this explains the crazy big hair because of the rain and the moisture. But
I don't get any of that. I have flat and I look bald, so it's great.
It is what it is. And today it's been self-care as a mom.
Yeah. And surviving,
Surviving.
but also maybe we should try to be thriving.
Yeah. I was telling you that because some of my kids have high levels of needs that I exhaust myself. I'm like, I feel like like a great mom. And then all of a sudden I can't take this anymore. And then I'm like the opposite of a great mom.
Yeah.
And then I was feeling really guilty about that.
Oh, you know what you said to me is you said that there's nothing talking about, you talk about how to help all these kids that are struggling, right? Mm-hmm. Or with whatever people around us need, how to help them, but they don't talk about what a mom needs.
Ever.
Or the reaction. There's an action and a reaction. How do you get back to par? How do you stay at par?
I told you too that I had seen a meme that said something about remember your child's deregulated and that they're struggling. So stay calm and be there for them and while they're navigating this, because if you get high energy, then it's going to make the situation worse. I do that about 80% of the time, but what do I do when I'm already experiencing something big like loss, or I'm not feeling good and I've got the flu? I can't be on 100%. I feel like I don't have permission to just be Michelle. I've seen things about Disney World, how they have tunnels that go through Disney World. And they always say that they have to be on stage. Anytime they're outside of the tunnel, they have to be the perfect character. I feel like that in my house. I feel I have to be a perfect character to meet their needs.
Who's making you feel that way?
Oh, the Facebook memes.
Oh, okay.
They all are like
yourself. Like who's holding this expectation?
I don't know if anybody's telling me that I have to be perfect, except that, or I'll try to commiserate with another parent, and then I'll hear, "You do understand that autism takes a lot of extra love and care, and you have to be really understanding." And I'm like, wait a minute. I can't do it 100% of the time.
Are you saying I'm not loving? That's how it feels, probably.
Yeah, because anybody that has driven hours to Texas and hearing the same sounds for 20 hours, I did really, really great for about 18 of them.
That's pretty dang good.
There's nothing that talks about the caregiver. There's the recipient that is suffering with the mental illness or the condition that causes them to need the higher level care. But then there's the caregiver who is never allowed to have permission to have those vulnerabilities.
Or to be taken care of. Because I feel like everyone has something. We all have something. We all have trauma. We all have history. Yeah. We all need extra care. When you're giving of all of your extra care all the time and nothing's getting put back into your tank, you're going to blow.
I'll be the one where someone has their camera and be like, look at that mom. Look at her throwing her eggs on the ground because she just lost her mind. No, I've never done that, but I've had fantasies.
That would feel good.
I've had fantasies of throwing eggs. But I'm like, there would be someone with their camera going, look at Michelle, she's losing her mind. But that's how it feels. Like I always have to be perfect and fear that I'm going to let down the child, or I'm going to let down the people that are watching me, or there are people that have been like, you're such a great mom. Now we got to live up to that. A great mom doesn't mean you have to be perfect all the time.
It's impossible. It's impossible to be perfect. I feel like every single human, but we say talking about moms, have melted down.
Yeah.
And are going to melt down again. And it's okay. It doesn't make you a bad mom. I feel like some people aren't open enough to share that. They hide it because they're embarrassed.
Yeah.
So we're talking about it and we're saying this is normal. We should talk about what are some tools, what are some tricks to minimize that feeling, because no one wants to feel like crap. We're all trying our best to be the best moms in the world.
If you step up to do something to take care of, in your case, you have people in your life that are not necessarily family members that you have stepped up to care for. And so have I. It feels like it's an open checkbook.
You only have a tank so big.
Yeah.
And when that's empty, it's over. You cannot be who you have planned that you're going to be.
That's right.
You just don't have it in you. And so I think when somebody's sharing something so raw and real, like I sucked today as a mom, or this 20 minutes, and that's all you're going to beat yourself up with is that 20 minutes instead of the 23 other hours, it shows other people it's okay to not be perfect. And so the more we keep putting that out there, it'll make us feel better too. Yeah. When we have those moments. And it's okay to show our kids they don't have to be perfect. I think I'm too open. Sometimes I make people feel uncomfortable because I'll be like, oh, this was a really crazy day. Like my child was punching herself in the head in the bathroom and I did not know what to do. So I just sat down in there and hugged her and was like, what the heck? Yeah. But like, you tell that story to another parent, they're going to be like, something is really wrong with their family. And it's like, no, you're just not telling the stuff that's going on in your family. And that's so the more I'm open, then they feel comfortable to come to me with things in the future. It may take a while.
Right.
But self-care, what can we do? Like, what are some things so that I told Michelle the story of the cheese fries earlier. Like,
that was a good one.
What is your favorite? Like, do you like food or coffee, or is there something you like just love indulging in?
Cake.
Cake? What kind of cake?
Any kind of cake, usually chocolate, but I will eat an entire cake. So I know where you're going with this, but I would never share it. The story goes, she loves cheese fries, and then she likes to get a big cup. And she's like, imagine if every person I met, I gave the cheese fry to. And then eventually it was empty. And then I wouldn't have any left. And then I would be mad.
Yeah, that's what we do all day long. So you have your tank of your love or your patience or your whatever is your cheese fries or your cake, and but you're not sharing cake, so you'd have to pick something else.
I guess I would have to.
But let me help you with this. I'm going to be so patient because they're melting down and they are struggling. I'm going to go help this. I'm going to run here. I'm going to do this. And you're like, whoa, I'm really tired. I'm trying to keep it together. One more thing. And I don't know. We can't let it get to that. We have to keep ourselves half full and we're back to boundaries. Our boundaries and knowing, but like, how do you do that? How do you?
I play video games on my phone. It's not right. It's terrible because I look over at my husband. I'm looking over at my phone, and I am watching something on TV where a couple is like having marital problems, and it's because one of them's either playing video games or staying on their cell phone. And here's me. I'm like,
that's not us, honey.
I could see him over there being like, I would like to go out, I'd like to do something, but my brain is so numb. The only thing I could do is play like a Candy Crush or some stupid game where I can just veg out or go on TikTok.
Well, you're reloading.
Yeah.
So you have to think about it like that. You're reloading.
My husband's like, well, can you reload for me? Because I have all the patience in the world, or my time is taking the kids to all their appointments. And right now I think I'm at 20 times a week. I'm taking them to therapy, lessons.
That's insane.
Yeah. So by the time my poor husband comes home, I'm like, I am TikToking. I'm like, watch this video. He's like, can't watch another dog video. Like,
what could you do to reload that tank before he comes home? Because that connection is probably really important to you.
I don't know, because that's their witching hour.
Oh, see, so the timing.
Dinner time is witching hour. Does anybody else have a witching hour? That is when it's the most crazy. Everybody's whining, crying, hungry.
Ours in our house is before school for my youngest. She has a lot of anxiety before school. After, we're usually at our, like, I work at night, like coaching. So it's great because
that energy needs to go out. So really dinner times, that should not be dinner time.
Right.
It's the stupidest thing to have dinner time at 5:00 because it's true for a lot of kids. They come home and they unload on their moms. They held it together all day, and it's just a thing. Your daughter does it in the morning, but then we try to sit. I'm like, get your homework done, get your chores. And that's really when they should be in their gym.
Yeah, they should be moving their bodies. So I think a couple things that work, anything physical, because we need to heal. They're holding everything in. Same.
I should be there jumping with them or doing something. I am definitely an energy. I have to have that energy flowing.
Yep. And get it out. So this is totally a sidebar, but at least what I feel like I believe in is that we have 3 ways of processing, like analytically, emotionally, crying, screaming, and then physically. So we can eat it out of us. We can work it out, have fun, run around, play it out of us, or we can think about it and try to talk through it. That's never happening when your tank is empty.
Yeah, and my tank is empty.
You can't.
I'm probably a little sarcastic when my tank is empty.
Yeah, so we're not talking through at that minute. Then there's an emotional tank. Mm-hmm. So we could cry. We can sometimes. We can cry. We can laugh. We can do anything emotionally, but we're probably not there after school.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I am going to, the next time we get together, I'm going to let you know if it works. But for a week straight, instead of dinner time, after everybody comes home, do not say, let's go take care of the chores. Let's go take care of all the things or get dinner done at that time. If dinner has to be later, I'm going to have it later.
Try it.
And then I'm going to do something physical instead. Because it is true. Every time we go for a walk or I'm like, let's get out of here, we always feel better. It has to be like acid and like real true things that build up in your body.
It has to be.
Yeah.
And like people say you store emotional trauma. So anything from the day, you're storing it and you're holding it, and they throw it up on you.
Yeah.
Not just your kids, my kids too. Yeah. We all throw it up on each other, and then we're like left holding all of this.
To my husband.
Yeah.
I like that. Because I'm not going to stop being a mom. That can't change. And the kids can't stop being kids and going through what they're going through.
How do you catch yourself too? Like those are really important things. Like for me, I start to feel it in my heart. And I start to feel like, oh, this isn't going to go good.
Yeah.
Yep. And my heart is racing and it's feeling tight. And it's like my patients are running. And I'm like, one more person says one more thing to me and this isn't going to be good. I told Michelle, I usually will like kind of lie and say I have to go outside and work. I hope they're not watching this. And I'll take my book with my work and sit outside and just for a few minutes try to like come to Jesus for myself.
Yeah, I'm terrible at that. You have aced that. You are really good at self-care. That's why you look so refreshed and beautiful all the time. I made my bed today. High five.
Yeah, let's go, girl. That was I read that in like a leadership thing. They said if you make your bed every day, you're making a commitment to yourself and you follow through on that, you're going to follow through on so many other things.
I feel like I'm doing that today. Yeah.
Any suggestions for the mornings?
Like get up early.
Get up earlier. How's that going to help? Like my daughter get up earlier?
Oh, it's child.
Yeah, because like I'm good when I wake up. And then here comes, for lack of better words, like a rain cloud. Like everything sucks and my outfits suck and I don't know what to wear and I don't
pick it out the night before. I use an incentive like all the kids. I bought 2 TVs, like 2 32-inch TVs that they can be carried. So if they get all their things done without having a tantrum about something, in my case, my kids, some of them have temper tantrums still, but so then they earn the TV and they could take it. Like I limit how much like the electronics and things like that and
behave in a certain way so that they can be rewarded.
They earn going to cheer, because I told you cheer was a big one. Like we can't have, I can't have all these appointments and then have to find your cheer shoes and all the things you need, your bow or whatever. I need it cheer. I always call it cheer ready, or the case of the child that's on the swim team, swim ready. Like I'm not going to deal with that stress. It's costing me money. I have all of you guys to get ready. If you can't take care of your one little piece, then
I have to do better on that. Really, my kids need that lesson too, though.
Everybody should have skin in the game. And if I'm having to lose something for myself, I feel like I'm boring you.
No, I'm so relaxed and chill. Boring me? I'm sorry. Also, I'm in a 72-hour fast, and I'm at like halfway there.
Oh, you haven't eaten anything?
No, nothing. A fast. I started on Sunday night. I don't know, Monday night. I don't even know what day it is. I haven't had anything but black coffee and water.
I do not know how you're doing
and
that.
Salt packets. And I'm on a mission to 72 hours. I didn't mean to change the subject. So
no, this is a good
That's
one.
why I'm a little bit yawny, because I'm like literally trying to.
That's incredible. Every time I'm around you, you impress me with something amazing. That's why
I like to push myself to.
If you're going to have a friend, always have a friend that keeps you guessing. You just never know what Christy's going to be doing. I love it. You motivate me so much. So yeah. But as far as the kid things,
boring me.
But no, this is helping me though, because now I'm going to fast. And the good news about fasting is then I don't have to cook for 3 days.
It's weird.
Do the kids fast?
They can, but then they're going to be crabbier. You know how bad that would be.
Could you imagine? They would be like.
So me and my boyfriend and my oldest daughter are all fasting, because I said, I'm going to do a 72-hour fast. And they're like, oh, we'll do it with you. So Tom made it 25 hours. He made it a day and 1 hour, and he was like, screw this. This is terrible. He's like, I feel terrible, and I'm going to eat. I'm like, haha, I beat you. So now I'm like motivated to beat a lot.
How many more hours?
Well, I started Monday night at 7. So I made it to Tuesday night at 7, and then I guess Wednesday morning at 7 was 24 plus 12, 36. Mm-hmm. So I've made it like 30,
tonight it's
40
7
hours. No, I have to make it to tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Oh my gosh.
But it's really good for your body. It eats all of your like mutated cells, which turn into cancer cells. Like your body turns on, it burns all the brown fats, and it starts fixing like any glucose, like insulin issues in your body. Like, anyways, long story short, it really just allows me to eat like shit the rest of the time. So that I can keep growing muscle and getting leaner. But anyways, don't do that with your kids if you're trying to do this and fill your cheese fries back up. Yeah. But what do you think, Michelle? You're hyper aware of how to help people that are struggling. Mm. So how do you help people that are helping the strugglers?
My favorite thing to do is to always send a message or a card or email.
Or like a $25 Starbucks my kids, thing you did to me the other day.
My kids that have psychiatrists, I always send like a little note to the psychiatrist, even the therapist.
So validation. You're validating.
I try to validate, because I feel like every one of them are caregivers. I never forget the people that are helping fill the tanks of my children.
But you're giving from your tank to fill them too.
True. I have a therapist who's hilarious. I know it's a good therapist when they use the F word.
They make you laugh.
Because the F word's the only word that can really describe all my emotion. And when they're using it, I'm like, yeah. Yes.
I use that word a lot. I've been filtered on this podcast because I know that maybe some kids may watch this, but I use it a lot.
Today I didn't have to, because there was nothing that warranted the word, but I think it just is the best word ever. So there people that I can just be myself around fills my tank.
Validation, like you do a lot of validating of other people. It does feel really good, right? When someone says like, you're not alone, you're % of not being the best of your expectation. And when you don't feel alone, it's like, oh, okay. I'm not a terrible mom. I'm literally a mom in training. It's all of our first time around at this, and I want to be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
Why else would we be talking about this right now? We're talking about ways to be better at it. Mm-hmm. We really are.
Validations for me are better than compliments.
So what would be a good validation? What would feel so good to you?
It always feels good when another mom shares their stories. See, I'm the complete opposite. They always say, when someone's telling you something, don't share a story of yourself. And I'm the opposite. If I say, I went on a vacation, and then you come back and I went on a vacation too. The same, like,
And
to
you
me,
enjoy that.
I enjoy that. It a validation, or I've had that same exact situation. The only thing is that I don't know if I would have handled it as well as you did. That always makes me feel like I handled myself well in that situation. It feels good.
Yeah. And to be seen that like people know it's not all rainbows and sunshines. Okay.
Yeah.
You got this,
So definitely validation over compliments, and
always
finding people that match our energy.
Yeah. And same for your kids though. You're always showing up. You're not giving up on them.
I won't.
You won't. I'm not giving up on my kids. So we just have to be nicer to ourselves and say, I'm here for you. I may want to pull my own hair out. I might want to scream outside, but I'm in it with you. And then they know they don't have to be perfect either. I mean, I always come back and apologize if I have a mini meltdown.
I am the first one to always apologize.
Yeah.
I don't see there's any harm in apologizing to your child.
Yeah. And just being like, well, I didn't handle that the way I would have liked to if I had all my cheese fries. If I had my cheese fries, I'd be like, let's sit down. Let me rub your back.
I'm going to, though, with you, I'm going to be like, is your cup empty?
Do you need more cheese fries, Christy?
More cheese fries?
Because we could go get some. Not today, in 24 hours or whatever.
That's right.
So validating yourself, others validating you.
I think that validations are more authentic than a compliment always. And a lot of us women and even men have a hard time accepting a compliment.
I'm really bad at it.
Yeah.
I get really awkward.
It doesn't feel as good as a validation.
So like, do people compliment because they mean it? I guess that's where my head goes right away, which is probably like a lot of trauma. But like as soon as someone says something, I'm like, why are they saying that?
Like, are you trying to give me a compliment because my hair really doesn't look great? Or, oh my God, your hair looks so great today. And I'm like, my brain goes to, oh my God, was it that bad on all the other days?
Why do we do that?
I just can't accept it as well as someone going, if I'm telling them I had a hard time. Gosh, Michelle, I don't know how you're doing that, because that is a lot. I see that if I was in your shoes, that would be a struggle for me too. And I'm like, that's what I needed. Thank you. Validations actually help fill your tank. As a coach, you validate your athletes all the time. And a validation comes with hard work, I think. So the person's putting in a work effort. It's an effort. And then it's something that they are being encouraged to continue. A compliment is a physical attribute, usually.
Oh, like a surface level.
Like a surface level. And I think, sometimes like when someone gives a speech, you're like, oh, that was great. But it's not as authentic as, someone going, gosh, when I give speeches, I know that nerves come through, and I see that even though you were feeling nervous, you pushed through that. And I really have to compliment you on that, because I know many people that would not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that helps you keep meeting your goal, as opposed to someone complimenting your hair or your body.
Yeah. And that's so much deeper.
Like that. You look good for your age. That's like the kiss of death.
People say that all the time. They're like,
just stab me in the heart.
How are you almost 50? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say to that.
I don't know what to say either. It's just such a shallow thing to say to me. That means you don't know anything about me. It just feels shallow it's such an easy knee-jerk reaction, and it doesn't take a lot. I heard you just say that to 10 other people, and I don't like it. It doesn't feel as good to me.
Okay. That's powerful, and that's off topic, and I love it, but we have to remember that when we are, I think what I do when I'm trying to connect to people, I always find things I love about them, and I want them to know it, and I share it, but I want to make sure that it feels deep enough.
It's a validation.
Yeah.
A validation is showing that you actually know the person, where a compliment is generic, I think.
Yeah, but like if you meet somebody and you're like, oh my God, I love that shirt. Like it looks so cute on them. But it's also surface.
But you identified something that they put effort into.
Maybe.
I didn't put any effort into, I didn't make my eyes blue.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I don't have control over that. And it's a generic compliment, whereas somebody that took the time to pick out an outfit, you and I both know how sometimes you put yourself out there and you're so nervous about your outfit, and someone takes the time to go, that color is perfect for you. I just love how it brings out your eyes, because that person put effort into it, and that's a validation.
Yeah. Okay.
You're validating their outfit. We'd love to hear your thoughts on anything that we're talking about here, because I don't think we're alone.
No, we are absolutely not. And you're not alone either. Like, we are all doing the best we can, and with what the tools we have. So the more we can share, then the maybe more tools we have in our tool belt to melt down a little less.
We also talked about having someone join us, or us coming to a place of business. If there is someone that is sharing some of the topics that we're talking about and they want to join us, let us know.
We would love that.
Yeah, you could find us on Facebook. You could find us on Spotify and YouTube.
Say our next one is going to be from a location, so it's going to force us to get out there.
The next one's going to be from a location in McHenry.
Yeah, and something fun
and tasty.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Well, thank you guys. Have a great week.
We love you all. Bye.